With great fame comes the danger of a very large ego. And we all know the athletes who have made headlines over the years with their childish acts and selfish behavior and their incredible lack of hubris. Allen Iverson and his practice comes to mind. Ricky Henderson and his "today I'm the greatest of all time" echoes in eternity. Not a day goes by without some headline screaming out some outrageous misdeed by another overpaid, infamous athlete. And I suppose there's a universal inverse correlation between the amount of money one makes and the level of maturity someone displays. Of course, that isn't relegated to the world of sports only. Mr. Donald Trump, are you listening to this video? Are you looking at this video right now? I think you can learn something, but that's another time, another topic for another time. Today, we're going to concentrate on some happier, better times. And we're going to talk about Mr. Roy Halladay, someone who exemplifies a professional athlete should behave, whether times are good or especially when times are bad. Roy Halladay, the all-world, all-star, future Hall of Fame pitcher for Toronto Blue Jays, showed why he's considered one of the classiest guys in professional sports today. Now here's a brief press conference from the man himself talking about his time in Toronto.
I'd like to start, first of all, by thanking everybody in Toronto, the fans, the organization, the people. It's been a big part of my life and something I'll never forget. I enjoyed my time there. I'm also extremely excited about a new chapter.
You know, Roy is an intensely private man. In a world where any publicity is good publicity, Mr. Halladay simply backs his moxy with only action. The former Cy Young Award winner exemplifies the notion of hard work and discipline. And he ensures that as a role model to the young fans of Toronto, he gives his time as well. I can remember watching before a game at Rogers Centre, signing autographs for scores of kids before an evening game. Always smiling, always making the kids feel special. Now, he's not the only one. I hear Hideki Matsui is a charmer. I heard Georges St. Pierre and Chris Bosh always act like gentlemen in their own right. But this begs the question, why can't every athlete act like Mr. Roy Halladay? Here on whotheman.com, I am going to do these athletes a very small favor. Now, please make sure the checks are in the mail by today, gentlemen. And give you 3 suggestions as to how we can do this better for the athletes. Suggestion number one, let's set up a little mini camp for all new athletes to teach them the finer points of gentleman behavior and etiquette. Smile, don't call kids names, don't swear on camera, and please and thank you, and have them walk with a book on their head, for good posture. Suggestion number 2, set up a swear jar, or in this case, a misbehavior jar for every athlete who signs a contract. Anyone who gets caught swearing on camera, giving fans the finger, or getting caught drinking and driving has to put in $50,000 to the jar every month that goes to the Megatron Improvement Fund. Suggestion number 3. With some proper motivation, I think their misbehavior can be curbed. Electric shock is a little too archaic. Smack on the head sends a wrong message. A little too violent, I know. What about 10 lap dance tickets to scores for every 1 month an athlete does not misbehave or behave themselves correctly? Although they probably lose a few $100,000 to the misbehavior jar every time they go to redeem their prize at Scores, aka Adam Pac-Man Jones, I think it's an idea worth trying. Oh hell, just have everyone hire Roger Goodell lookalike and have that control freak go nuts. And that's the answer. In any case, today is really about Mr. Roy Halladay. And Roy, if you're watching this video, let me sign off by saying this. Thank you for the years of service here in Toronto. Thank you for allowing me to stomach terrible, brutal baseball for Toronto for 10 long years with no end in sight. Thank you for making a team that JP Ricciardi butchered actually look half decent. I wish you a World Series ring in Philadelphia. And one word of advice. If the Phillies organization has any inclination of hiring JP Ricciardi in any possible role, whether it be assistant GM or janitor, just say no comment on a reference check. This is Megatron from whotheman.com. Your sport, your opinion, your art.